Penguin Random House Audio presents The End of Food Allergy, the science-based plan that turns food into medicine, by Kari Nadeau, MD, PhD, and Sloan Barnett. Read for you by Maggie-Meg Reed. Note to listeners, this program includes a downloadable PDF that contains graphs, charts, appendices, and a glossary from the book. To the patients, the true heroes of our story. Preface to the paperback edition. Life changed irrevocably 3 months after the original publication of this book. The COVID-19 pandemic upended nearly every aspect of society across the United States and across the world. In a way, that upheaval magnified what food allergy families live with every day. We worry about the safety of a restaurant or a party or a school cafeteria. People who are allergic to nuts, milk, eggs, or other common foods live with the fear of being harmed by something they cannot see. But while the need to hide from COVID has abated somewhat, nothing much has changed for food allergy. The time has come for the food allergy community to remedy this situation. The U.S. Food and Drug Administration approved a drug for treating peanut allergy in early 2020. Several clinical trials have provided concrete evidence that oral immunotherapy, the gradual introduction of a single or multiple allergens, is an effective treatment for many patients. Food allergies happen when the immune system reacts to a food as if it's something that will cause harm to the body. Immunotherapy retrains that system so that it treats a peanut or an almond the same way it does any other food. Studies so far indicate that many people need to continue exposing their immune systems to the former allergen, often on a daily basis, to maintain that retraining. In other words, for many people, a peanut a day keeps the anaphylaxis away. For a percentage of patients, oral immunotherapy ends the allergy altogether, with no need for continued exposure. And yet, food allergen immunotherapy is still not widely known. The treatment hasn't gained the traction one might expect, given the compelling evidence behind it. One recent survey found that nearly 3/4 of the 781 respondents, all of whom had at least one food-allergic household member, didn't even know what oral immunotherapy was. And among the half of respondents who asked their allergist or doctor about immunotherapy, less than a third received information about how the treatment works, what the risks are, and what the evidence shows. Also notable was the finding that people from households with an annual income of $100,000 or more were twice as likely to know about oral immunotherapy than those earning less. Some years ago, we each made the independent decision to support access to oral immunotherapy for food allergy families. Kari put a stake in the ground, deciding she would do whatever she could to help families reduce the burden that food allergies have on their lives. That decision has guided her professional life ever since, providing advice to private clinics integrating oral immunotherapy into their practice, uncovering the connections between environmental toxins and the immune system, investigating treatments to address multiple food allergies at once, and of course fielding endless phone calls from desperate parents. Sloan, whose son and daughter had come out the other side of immunotherapy, no longer fearing death from nuts, became a tireless advocate of the approach, providing financial support to private clinics, sharing her story, and, of course, joining Kari in writing this book, and now reissuing it with a new chapter unpacking the barriers to immunotherapy and a plan for anyone who wants access. The scientifically proven caring, and careful approach that many allergy clinics have taken toward offering oral immunotherapy for food allergies has proven successful. There are clinics now practicing immunotherapy for food allergies safely and effectively throughout the world. We have seen formerly food-allergic 1-year-olds now happily reaching for whatever their big sister or brother is eating, teenagers leaving for college without worrying about the cafeteria poisoning them, and adults trying their first Snickers bar. Other options are still being researched: the patch, multiple food immunotherapy, sublingual immunotherapy, slit, vaccines, and biologicals. But if we take into consideration the solid data behind immunotherapy and the transformation it offers to food allergy sufferers, adoption of this method has been far too slow. According to the most recent statistics, approximately 8% of U.S. children and 11% of U.S. adults are allergic to one or more foods. These rates were already startlingly high before the advent of oral immunotherapy. The fact that they persist in the face of a highly effective treatment is dismaying, and for us, a call to action. The barriers may not be surprising. Insurance coverage is complicated. Not all aspects of oral immunotherapy are fully covered, and those that are come with hurdles that lead many patients to drop out of treatment. Some people don't find out about new treatments and other progress because they don't have a home computer or the time to do the research or a specialist who is attentive to their care. And sometimes the skepticism or reluctance of healthcare providers can be the obstacle. With this new edition of The End of Food Allergy, we want to shine a light on the problems, the structural issues that are stopping more people from accessing oral immunotherapy, people whose lives can be saved by this treatment, the food insecurity that makes living with allergies all the more dangerous, the racial disparities that pervade food allergy care. And we propose solutions. Not grandiose gestures, but simple, practical ways to improve access for all, and to remove, or at least lower, the barriers between you and freedom from food allergy. Most of this book focuses on the biology of food allergy. We provide information for families seeking to understand what causes this disease, why rates have skyrocketed in recent years, and how to stay safe in a world where the wrong bite of food can result in severe illness and even death. We also explain the science behind oral immunotherapy and walk you through how it works, what the studies have shown, and where to find it. Later chapters also introduce you to other treatments and technologies that are transforming food allergy from a constant threat to a manageable condition. For example, anyone who has been through a food challenge will be happy to hear that these tests are slowly but surely being replaced with new diagnostics that are fast, accurate, and non-invasive. But in the wake of the approval of the first drug for treating food allergy, and years into a pandemic that has driven home the fact that we cannot return to business as usual, we have more to say. And so we have added a new chapter to address issues that the food allergy community can no longer ignore. Not if we want to make progress. Not if we want to stop this disease from claiming more lives, whether through fatal reactions or living in fear of them. In this new chapter, we expose the problems and offer solutions. We need action now. We hope you will join us on the path to ending food allergy. The science has spoken. Food can be medicine, and nowhere is that truer than in the world of food allergy. Kari and Sloan, November 2022. Part 1. Understanding Food Allergy. Chapter 1. Introducing the end of food allergy. Who we are, why we're here.
Sample complete. Ready to continue?